What does health have to do with creating success and creating our best lives? I work with clients and I work with them a lot on reaching goals at work and life and in relationships and in all parts of life, and how to create their best life. And in order to have momentum and energy and vitality, to keep those steps moving, to create your best life, a foundation of great health, which creates and maintains and sustains a good resource of energy and vitality and oomph, is important. That foundation is really helpful so that you have momentum to keep pushing forward. Because if you feel tired and frustrated and like you're dragging to get through the day, you really aren't going to have full energy and full focus to go ahead and take those steps that you would really like to do to meet your goals, to meet success in your life. So I want to welcome people who are coming in now. I am always joyous to welcome our community and to see our people. And today we have a really important topic that's part of the full scope of what I create and I think is important for our community. I know in our community we have a lot of busy women who are so busy taking care of their kids and their family and their home and their work and their community and everybody else around them. And often women deprioritize themselves. Often women put other people's needs ahead of theirs, and consequently, they end up really just trying to get through the day and surviving themselves. So today, I'm going to talk about some small steps and some bigger steps that you can take to keep your health and your wellness and your vitality in mind. And some of the steps are small. Some of them are larger. And I'd like you to think today, as I go through my information, I'd like you to think of 3 things you can do starting this coming week to help increase your health and help increase your wellness. So again, I want to welcome people as they come in. I see Eileen is with us, and I see people are joining us. So I want to welcome people in. I love when people put comments in so that we feel like a community. And I see Eileen wrote, "Hello, Dr. Ellen." So hello to you, Eileen, and to your family. And hello to everybody joining us. This is such a crucial, essential topic because I think it's something that a lot of women take for granted and don't focus on. So today, I am going to help you focus on it. And again, I want you to think of 3 steps that you'll be able to take this week to help focus on your health and wellness. And again, as I was mentioning, I work with a lot of clients and I help them meet goals in their lives. But in order to have that focus, that ability to have momentum, to keep moving ahead, good energy, strong momentum really helps you move forward with your goals to create your dream life. And so good health and wellness is really a foundation for that. So I am so excited for all of you who are joining me today and who will be able to start this coming week thinking of what you can do. I congratulate you for being here for yourselves and your work and your family, because this is a place where you can take those steps for yourself and everyone and all the areas that are important to you. So today, I'm going to talk about health, and I'm going to talk about 3 types of health. I'm going to talk about physical health, I'm going to talk about mental and emotional health, and I'm going to talk about what I call energy health. And you've probably never heard of energy health before, but it's so exciting when I talk about it to my clients because it's really the magic sauce behind your feeling in control of your life and your mind and your body, and giving you that stamina to keep going ahead so that you don't end up feeling tired and dragging and like you're just surviving. I want you to live each day thriving, moving ahead with energy, feeling that you have that unlimited resource to keep you moving ahead effortlessly. And it's not the default, but again, there are some really small steps you can take and some larger steps. So today, I'm going to talk about some of those steps. And I'm not going to talk about every health step to take. I'm going to talk about some important steps that I think are commonly missing in women who are very busy. And the first one I'm going to talk about is really a simple step you can take. I love those hearts that Eileen pushes forward for us. I can tell that Eileen is really a loving member of our community. And I know we have so many loving members of our community. And I just enjoy getting together with all of you at our regular times. So I remind you to join us weekly at this time so I can help you move forward. So the first health suggestion that I want to remind you to do, and this can be a really small step which takes not a lot of time, a little time, which can really make a big difference. And that is to stay hydrated. So many women I talk to, and when I ask how much water do you drink during the day, so many women live dehydrated. They drink a lot of coffee, sometimes soda, sometimes other drinks which are not the healthiest. Our bodies have a large content of water, and in order for all the processes in our body to work well, we need a source of water. We need to stay hydrated. So I want you to think about whether you meet the level of hydration. And what's the formula that doctors use? We tell people to think of half of your body weight in pounds, but in ounces of water. So if you weigh 120 pounds, then you should daily drink 60 ounces of water. That's a little less than 8 glasses of water. 8 glasses of water would be 64 ounces. And so it's really easy to figure out what the guideline is to stay hydrated. And I want you to think about how simple it could be to count out and either have a pitcher or a big mug to keep track and make sure that you drink that much water. Again, it's really something that doesn't take a lot of time. It's one of those smaller steps. Second, for physical health, and remember, we're going to talk about 3 types of health today, but we're talking about physical health now. So we talked about staying hydrated. And second is to think about diet and exercise to support good health. And I don't push people to do these rigid, crazy fad diets where you have to limit your calories so much that you live starved. I think those diets are not healthy, and I find them to be disrespectful to people because you can't live your life starving. Those diets are not sustainable, and therefore those diets are the recipe for yo-yo dieting. I do not recommend anything that is not resourceful, that does not build a resource. And those crazy fad diets are the antithesis of what I recommend to my patients and my clients. You should always feel that you can eat filling meals. I want you to think about filling them and the balance towards healthful items of food. But you don't have to cut out every item. You can have some treats in life. It's part of a happy life. I want you to think of the balance and think of what you can do in your diet to add some vegetables and fruits in, and maybe cut out some of the things that are less healthy. How much processed and junk food do you eat? And I know when we're rushed, when we don't have a lot of time, we often reach for those less healthy prepared foods. But think about some of the steps you can take to add in the healthier foods in life. Third, I know a lot of women talk about goals for weight loss. And I know that the most common weight loss programs out there are the ones that I was telling you about, with those rigid, extreme fad rules. And I don't recommend them. Again, I find them disrespectful and unsustainable. You are entitled to eat so that you feel full. You are entitled to eat meals that you enjoy, not meals that look and taste like cardboard. Those are never sustainable. I do have a large separate weight loss group, and if weight loss is on your list of goals, please make an appointment with me after we finish today. I'm happy to share my program with you, happy to tell you all about it. We can have a nice free conversation. My weight loss program builds health, it builds energy so that it supports you and that you can use it every day. It's not like the regular diet programs which teach you to count calories and that you need to feel hungry. No, no, no. You should always feel respected and that you have those resources to feel comfortable. One of my clients, by the way, calls my weight loss program Happy Weight Loss, because there are always filling meals. There are no recommendations to over-exercise or those big boot camp programs, and you always feel supported, so it's happy weight loss. One of my other clients calls it the last weight loss program you'll ever need, because it's not one of those programs that leads to the yo-yo dieting. Again, health, energy is the important thing, and habits that you can do to build health and energy are habits that long-term will help you keep your weight down and sustain it. That's all really important. What about the next health recommendation is, again, what about, do you have any health problems? Anything like diabetes or pre-diabetes or thyroid problems or digestive issues? Any known physical problems that you have, and any steps you can take to support those to build better health. Sometimes people get so busy that they forget about those sometimes simple steps you can take for the important issues in your life. And sometimes there are bigger steps that are important. I want to help you with a combination of steps so that you remember the things you need to do for your health. What about things that you really can avoid in life? So really, you don't want to have too much alcohol. You don't have to cut it entirely. Again, balance is important. I do tell people to limit over caffeine. If you're living on caffeine, then you have not built a resource of energy. You can build a natural source of energy, because as you know, if you over caffeine, the caffeine runs out, and then you often will feel exhausted and run down until you caffeinate again. I love to tell people about natural sources of energy and building energy. So we want people to avoid over caffeinating, too much alcohol, and certainly please don't smoke. There are so many dangers in tobacco. I tell all the women I work with to make sure you have some system for stress management, because life is stressful when we are busy working women, taking care of our families and work, and trying to take care of ourselves. And stress management should be an important part of your system to take care of yourself and to keep your energy resources fulfilling and refilling and renewing. And we know that the mind and the body are connected. When you are stressed, and we think of stress in our mind, it really affects the body. It can contribute to high blood pressure, cholesterol problems, thyroid problems, digestive issues. So the mind and body are connected. We want to keep our mind stress-free. We want to limit stress so that we can keep our health and we can build our energy resources. So we talked about 6 keys to physical health. And I want you to think a little bit about that emotional health, that mental health. And the first contributing factor to good emotional and mental health is that stress management. And I said we're going to talk about 3 types of health, but the contributing factors overlap. And so you're going to hear me talk about that overlap. And how do you limit stress in your life? How do you limit and eliminate stress? So there are many different ways. Some people meditate. Some people do deep breathing or mindful breathing. Some people find it helps to cut stress to go hiking or walking in nature or just being in nature, even being at the beach at this type of year. Some people enjoy running and jogging or other types of exercise and sports. Some people love art. I love music. It helps bring joy to my life. And I love gratitude practice and journaling. For some people, time alone is important to renew and rebuild. And for some people, time with other important people in your lives, with family, with friends, helps you build and sustain energy. So think about how you renew and sustain energy. And everybody has their own formula, really. I help my clients build a formula for energy. It's something that you can do on your own. If it's something you'd like me to help you with, I am happy to have a conversation with you to help build your formula for energy in your life. And that's going to help you build energy and move forward with momentum for your goals in your life as well. So I encourage the people that I talk to have a full scope plan. Often they come to me and talk about, well, I have goals in my life, success goals for work, success goals for my relationship with my partner, with my family, with my friends, with my relatives. And we talk about the important areas of goals, financial goals that I have. And when I build a full scope plan for clients, I often talk about how are you going to have energy to stay forward, to move forward, to have momentum. All of these parts of our lives are important, and I encourage you to really think of all of the parts. It may feel and seem complicated, but it's really, you can do it if you sit down and write it out. It's helpful. And again, if you like my support, I am always here for our group. We are a community. You will find a link to my calendar in our group. I am always happy to help people in our community move forward. And in energy health, what we do is we think about our resources for energy. So what do we feel like during the day and during our days? Do we feel a continuing source of energy? Or do you feel, especially later in the day, that you're waning out? Do you feel tired or frustrated or run down? And how can we maintain and sustain that continuing, ongoing source of energy through your days? And how can we keep building it so that you maintain a steady source of energy? Now, most people I know will tell me that they know people that they think of as role models for energy, people who are always energetic and active. And some people say, I wish I can be like them. Well, you can. But energy health is not a default. By default, we really let our reserves run out. And that's why I encourage the busy working women I work with to think about steps you can take. And there are small steps and bigger steps that you can take to keep renewing, refreshing, and rebuilding your resource of energy health. We want you to have physical health, mental and emotional health, and we want you to have that energy health. It's so important. So I am delighted to speak with you more about that if I can help you. If you'd like me to help you build a plan for your goals, or a plan for your energy resources, or I like to build a full scope plan to help you so that you can have the energy to reach the optimal success levels in your life, to create your best life, and to always know you have that foundation to be someone who people can even see, wow, she's always got that source of fire and energy to keep moving. So I'd like you to think about 3 things you can do this week. They may be small things or bigger things that can help you move forward. If you'd like to talk about steps you can take, small or big steps, I'm happy to talk to you and see how I can support you in your energy health and in creating your best life. So I remind you to join us, if you're joining me on Facebook, to join us in our Facebook group during the week for all the great recommendations in all the full scope areas that you're going to see posted this week. And join me again next Sunday for our regular Facebook Live. If you are in YouTube, please, if you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe so that you'll always know when I have new recordings for you to learn more, to continue to move forward. So again, I congratulate all of you who are here, who are going to be building your energy resource, your energy health, along with your physical and your mental and emotional health. So you are in an optimal position to move forward to create your best life. I really enjoy being with you in our community. I will see you in our group during the week. And please make sure you join me again at our regular time next Sunday. I will see you here. Let's talk again soon.